They say wine isn't the only thing that gets better with age in Napa Valley. Some stories get stronger, some refuse to die. Welcome to California Spirits, where we raise a glass to the haunted history of the Golden State. Tonight's tale comes from the rolling vineyards of Yountville and pairs perfectly with our featured drink, the Widow's Red, California Spirits by Cara. Ghosts, grapes, and the glasses we raised before Napa was vineyards and Michelin stars. It was wild country, a patch of paradise in Northern California. In 1836, a frontiersman named George Yount planted the very first wine grapes in what would later be called Yountville. Some say he sowed more than vines into the soil. He planted roots and left behind a spirit that never fully moved on. George was a generous man, but a restless one. He died in 1865, and that should have been the end of his story. But the valley had other plans. Shortly after his death, strange sightings began on the Yountville hills. Locals described a tall, spectral figure in a wide-brimmed hat, walking the rows of vines at dusk. Sometimes he was seen cradling a bottle of red, other times standing silent, staring at nothing. Workers at nearby wineries report hearing footsteps between barrels, a sudden drop in temperature, and whispers, always whispers, saying, "Keep planning. Don't stop now." Some believe it's George, making sure the land he loved is never abandoned. Others believe he's looking for someone. His daughter, perhaps, or his lost wife, who died before he ever saw the valley in bloom. There's a wine named after her, though no bottle bears her face. The Widow's Red, an unofficial blend, passed quietly through winemakers' hands in Napa's early years. Its taste? Bold, floral, a hint of ash. Some say it was inspired by a hidden cellar where a mourning widow stored her final barrel before she vanished. Every few decades, a small vineyard claims they've recreated the Widow's Red, and almost every time, strange things happen. Corks pop on their own, wine barrels roll uphill, and more than one winemaker claims to have seen a woman in black, holding a glass, weeping. Today, visitors to Yountville's historic wineries still report strange happenings. At Grosinger Estate, staff claim lights flicker when they speak Yount's name. At Jessup Cellars, a medium once held a seance in the barrel room. She fainted. When she awoke, she scrawled 4 words in red wine. "She's still waiting here." A winemaker at a small boutique winery recently went missing for 3 hours. When found, she was barefoot, sitting in the vineyard, eyes closed, whispering, "It's not ready yet. We have to wait until she comes back." Tonight's tale pairs perfectly with a drink that tastes like memory and mystery. We call it the Widow's Red, a cocktail inspired by loss, longing, and the ghosts we sit beside. 2 ounces red wine, 1 ounce blackberry liquor, 1/2 oz lemon juice, ounce maple syrup, a dash of bitters, shake gently with ice. Strain into a coupe glass. Garnish with a blackberry and sprig of rosemary. When you drink it, listen closely. The wine might whisper back. So the next time you visit Napa Valley, raise a glass to George Yount, and to the widow still searching among the vines, because here in California Spirits, the wine is aged, and the ghosts are never gone. Thanks for joining me on California Spirits. If you enjoyed the journey, like, subscribe, and share the chills. And remember, some ghosts don't need an invitation. They're already here,